Hey everybody, how y'all doing? This is Truck coming your way again, and this video is basically a video I'm making on the cuff, and this is about some stuff that I read in my comments section. It's very positive. Actually, I appreciate the comments from a lot of young guys. I actually checked my demographics lately, and I see that most of my subscribers or viewers are actually male, about 98%, maybe like 2.1% to the ladies. So shout out to the ladies. What's up? Um, but I also noticed that in my demographics, it's mostly guys from the age of 18 all the way up to 44 or 45. So this video I'm making specifically for you guys, because a lot of the younger guys, I think they're probably in their 20s and 30s. They're actually looking for advice about living young, because youth comes with some caveats, like youth, like in my most popular video, got me into a situation where I could have lost my life because I couldn't stay in the house because I was young. I just wanted to be in the house. I was bored, So I want to, basically talk about a young man. He says that he carries a 38 special. Uh, when he goes out, because he doesn't feel safe all the time where the places that he goes. So basically, I understand that, because that's, living in Camden at the time during the drug wars, that's what it was. Most of the city was racked with drug wars, prostitution, and the whole nine. So I understand. That's why I started carrying. That's why my father and grandfather, who were police officers, basically, asked me to start carrying a gun, because they saw what I was going through, right? They didn't feel I was safe. So the best advice that I can give you guys is that, one, if your boys, there's some event, a club or a party or a house party that is not in a safe area, you feel compelled that you might need your gun, don't go, right? Two is, if there's some cats that have beef with you or one of your boys that might be at that club or event, don't go. Three, I give you the advice that one of my boys' father gave me. He was in his 70s, I believe, because his older, back in the 20s, he had kids. Back when I was in my 20s, he had kids that was actually in almost 40s. So he was probably about 70, 80 years old. He said, hey man, the best thing you could do is basically get with a young lady, and the worst thing that happens, she get pregnant. But I'm saying you get with a young lady, but don't get her pregnant until you get married, right? All right. And then, basically, another major advice the best advice I can give you that'll keep you out of trouble, getting from arrested, having to shoot somebody, all kinds of beef in court cases, is basically avoid the cat in your group or your family that has poor impulse control. In other words, these are the cats that always running their mouth, always talking slick. They cool to be friends with. Do not go out in public with them, or any situation where they could have the potential of starting some beef, some trouble. Don't go there. Two, don't have them in the car with you, because if they have beef with somebody, especially a hard hitter or a group of cats, you got beef too. When they start shooting at him or they try to beat him up, they're going to beat you up too, because you with them, because they think you're going to fight them back. Or they're going to shoot at you too, because one, you're a witness. Two, they don't know if you got a gun. Right? So avoid them cats. Go to their house, have them come over your house. But when you come out, and also when you come out the house, look both ways, because you don't never know when somebody's waiting for them to come out the house. Right? So, avoid them cats with the play, and another reason why you want to stay away from them cats is, like, I give you an example of when I was in high school. I was a big cat back then too, of course. And basically, football team, we decided to go to the mall one Saturday, hang out, go to the arcade. Yeah, the 80s, right? The arcade, right? And hang out with each other in the arcade, and try to get talk to girls from different areas and stuff like that. The Cherry Hill Mall. So one of the cats that we was with, we were all in the arcade. He decides to go out in the middle of the mall and talk smack to a bunch of dudes from like Cherry Hill East or Cherry Hill West. I don't know what school it was, but he was running his mouth. You know what I'm saying? So then he comes back in the arcade looking for us. Come on, man, these dudes out here. We're thinking something bad. So he's like, come on, man, these dudes out here, talking trash. They about to hurt me and all this. Yeah, we thinking that, they starting trouble for nothing. No, turns out he's out there running his mouth. Why? Because he wanted us to trash these cats. He wanted to see me trash somebody, right? So I'm like, so I saw what was happening. I saw who he had a beef with. He was going back and forth with. So what I said was simply, I'm a party pooper. I ain't going to jail for nobody for some stupid stuff, right? So I said, well, how about this? How about you two kick a fair one right here, and I'll make sure nobody else jump in. Nobody will jump. You can fight. You can knock each other out. Whoever win, and nobody's going to get. If somebody tries to jump in, I'll trash them, right? So that killed the whole situation. Because what my homie didn't realize is that he wasn't even looking around. He didn't even think about where he was. One, we're at Cherry Hill. Two, we got here on the bus. So how are we going to get out of here, right? How are we going to escape? Thirdly, down the hall was the security guard, and they're sitting up there watching us in uniform with these big, like, Smokey the Bear hats, right? Watching us, and they're basically talking on the radio, like, calling the cops on us. So how, once we start beefing, once we start throwing hands, we caught. We were going to sit on the bus stop, like, where's that bus at? And wait for the cops. So you gotta watch these cats with poor impulse control. Another instance, I was about 22 years old. I had this maybe a couple months after I got carjacked. I had got a gun, and I always used to carry a gun because I had a gun pointed to my head, right? So okay, my dad and all of them, they was like, nah, you gotta start carrying a gun. So I started carrying a gun. So I picked up my boy at his house, and his cousin got in the car. I knew his cousin from school, but I didn't, hang out with him. So he gets in the back seat, and my boy's in the front, and he all of a sudden his homie, his cousin, is like, yo, truck, you got your gun? I said, why you ask? He said, yeah, we should go rob a bank. I'm like, rob a bank? Are you serious? Dude, come on, man. So I didn't say that. I was like, I just looked at my boy, and I was like, yo, I forgot, man. I gotta go do something, pick something up for somebody, pick somebody up, take him somewhere. I'll drop you cats off. I dropped his cousin off at his house. My boy was still in the car, and he asked me, yo, man, did you really have to go? So I said, nah, man, we go ride, because I'm not going to ride no bank. I'm not going to jail because some impulsive dude back there, right? So that's two. I gave two examples why you avoid cats like that. They always run in their mouth. You go, even for your older cats, they go to the bar. Every time you go to the bar with your boy, you love him to death. Your family, you love him to death. But every time you turn around, he's talking smack. Somebody getting hit in the head with beer bottles. I've seen too much blood like that before. Way too much blood. It was hard. Blood from the head, man, is thick and oozy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see that. You don't want your head split open. You know what I'm saying? I've seen all that stuff. So with all your might, man, just avoid those cats. And two, do not go to areas where you think that you may need a gun. It's a possibility. Hey, man, I might seriously need a gun here. You know what I'm saying? You never know when somebody's going to, try to jack you or something like that. But there are specific areas out here in this world that you know for a fact that you probably do need a gun real bad. So that's my advice to the young guys, and even some of the older guys still have difficulty, staying at the house, hanging with the wife or the girl. But those are your best bet in this world that we live in, because it may not be as bad as the drug wars in the '90s, but hey, it's still rough out here. All right, especially with the opioid epidemic and stuff like that. There's a lot of surprises out here nowadays. A lot of different. I listen to people. I listen to a lot of people. And it's a lot of different scams and all kinds of things going on. So, God bless you. Pray and hedge of protection about you. May God prepare the path of peace before you always, in Jesus' name. And also, if you like the videos, you like the stuff that I'm offering, please hit the subscribe. And don't forget to hit the like button and the bell, so you can get upload notifications when I upload a video. All right, peace in Jesus' name.